Welcome back from the break, everyone. We're about to take a look at our top 10 weird games. Not all games make sense. In fact, life doesn't make sense. It's a scary and strange place. However, these games are the weirdest of the bunch. Let us know on our social media pages below if you agree or not, or if there's anything that we missed.
At number 10 is Saints Row 4. Saints Row 3 set the bar for weirdness pretty high, and the latest installment in the series looks at weird in the rearview mirror and just keeps going, complete with dubstep guns, aliens, naked politicians, and superpowers. At number 9 is Kanye Quest. You play as Kanye West in this top-down RPG, and he is sent on a Kanye quest, as the name suggests. This requires him to put on his trusty Kanye vest after being disturbed from his Kanye rest. At number 8 is QWOP. The concept of the game is normal enough. All you have to do is run in the 100-meter sprint at the Olympic Games. However, in order to do so, you are required to manipulate your character's thighs and calves individually in order to make your character run. The game can be beaten, however, don't expect a world record time. At number 7 is Surgeon Simulator 2013. You play as a surgeon who has lost the use of one of their arms. However, through sheer determination, you push on with saving lives, performing heart transplants, brain transplants, kidney transplants, wherever you're needed. Be that the operating theatre, the back of an ambulance, or even in space. At number 6 is Octodad, Dadliest Catch. This game is pretty boring. You play as a father working his way through life, trying to raise a family with his loving wife. This involves performing chores such as making coffee and mowing the lawn. I mean, it's not like he's an octopus or anything.
Nobody suspects a thing.
At number 5 is Catherine. The game focuses on a guy who struggles with maintaining 2 relationships, all the while having to escape a fate of being turned into an anthropomorphic sheep by climbing up walls in his nightmares. At number 4 is Antichamber. If you like puzzle games, Antichamber is perfect for you. The whole experience is a surreal take on standard puzzles found in other games. It is frustratingly hard, but the feeling of solving a puzzle is fantastic. At number 3 is Goat Simulator. Put simply, you control a goat going about life. It was originally created for fun during a game jam just to mess around with some programming ideas the team had. After the internet saw the alpha gameplay video, however, it was unanimously decided that development should continue. The team agreed, and the game is now set for release on Steam. At number 2 is EnviroBear 2000. You are a bear who needs to eat as much as you can before winter comes around and you need to hibernate. To achieve this, you steal a car so that you can move about the forest quicker. The catch? You don't know how to drive. And the number 1 weird game is Revenge of the Sunfish. This is one weird game. Made by a high school student in 2007, the game follows a guy on an adventure to defeat the sunfish. At least I think that's the plot. Revenge of the Sunfish incorporates elements from several different game genres and mixes them all together into one weird game. So that was top 10 weird games. So, there's some pretty interesting things on that list. I apologize to our younger viewers who might have been freaked out by some of those things like Surgeon Simulator or Revenge of the Sunfish.
I played Catherine a long time ago with my brother. Yeah. Like, we got it, we're like, oh yeah, it's going to be one of those typical Japanese games, and it was, because we had no idea what the hell was going on. But EnviroBear, the second I saw that, I had to keep playing it, because I had no idea what was going on.
That one is a lot of fun, yeah.
Great.
Every time I see Saints Row 4, I know I bag it, but it's for good reason, because I don't think it's good. It's not funny. It's like, all the jokes that they have just seems like they're trying too hard.
See, I always thought that way of Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
That game was made to be broken, though.
That's true.
It's broken on purpose, and
Yeah.
it's pretty extreme.
With a name like Goat Simulator, like, of course it's going to be a bit wacky and stuff like that, but yeah. All right, now it's time to go to Vince's WG 101 on Dungeon Keeper.
Dungeon Keeper has to be my favourite PC real-time strategy game of all time. Even though it was created back in 1997 and I was only 5 when I first played it. It was developed by Bullfrog Productions. Founded by Peter Molyneux, Bullfrog are also known for their other great games such as Syndicate and lending a hand in the Ultima series. I could literally go on about this game for hours, but I'm going to try and summarise it while also doing it justice, so bear with me. You are the bad guy running a dungeon, defending against waves of pesky do-gooders who are hell-bent on cleansing their land of evil. Some levels are time sensitive, while others allow you to take your time and prepare for each fight. I've never enjoyed games that include time as a mechanic, but this is one of the very few games that pulls it off well, so you shouldn't find yourself too frustrated. You'll need to protect your dungeon heart, while at the same time attempt to destroy the heroes or the other keepers in the land. At the beginning of each level, you are usually provided with a few worker imps that you can control to do your evil bidding. They'll do things such as digging out rooms and tunnels, claiming land, and collecting gold to help you fund your evil deeds. Gold is the currency in this game, and is spread throughout the map and in most cases is limited, so you'll need to learn how to budget. Certain types of rooms attract certain types of creatures into your dungeon via the portal that you'll need to claim with your imps. There are 14 different rooms you can put down in your dungeon, but I'll cover just a few to start you off. You'll see that different rooms will attract different creatures. The treasure room is where you put all the gold you have collected. You start off with some initial gold, but this room lets you have more at the one time. Hatcheries grow cute, little helpless chickens as food for your creatures. If you right click on the chicken, you can backhand them to Kingdom Come. It's a good stress reliever that anyone who's played Fable might find familiar. The training room attracts a number of different minions, and levels them up. Take note though, each bit of experience a creature gains costs money, so be careful you don't go broke training up your creatures. The library attracts warlocks almost instantly, and is where you can get creatures to research new runes and spells for each level. The bigger the library, the more spells can be researched. The workshop will allow you to create various kinds of doors and traps. The bigger the workshop, the more items can be made and stored. It tends to attract a fair amount of trolls and bile demons. My favourite rooms though have to be the prison and the torture chamber. You can knock out enemy good guys and let your imps drag them to the prison to rot. A humanoid creature can starve and turn into an allied skeleton. If you want to torture your victim, you can put them in the torture chamber and you can either let them die and turn into a ghost, or keep them alive and hope for them to convert. Either way, you gain another minion. The torture chamber attracts mistresses who are extremely powerful at high levels. Throughout the maps there are perks called dungeon specials, which look like floating boxes with spikes poking out of them. These are things that can give you an upper hand on the enemy. Some are more useful later on in a level, when better creatures are available to you. The really good ones are normally hidden in places that you'll need to go out of your way to find. I've clocked this game time and time again using various tactics that I've perfected. I have countless tips and hints I could tell you, but I'll try and keep to the best ones. At the beginning of a new level, I don't claim the portal until I'm somewhat more established. I collect as much gold within the area as possible without going near enemies and digging out space to prepare for placement for better rooms when they unlock. This way you'll have a small head start when creatures start wandering in. Don't even build a treasure room until you start spending money. That way imps will dig and dig until everything is gone, seeing as there's nowhere to put the gold. When all of your rooms have been dug out, make sure that you get your imps to fortify your walls by dropping them in front of it. This way no one can get through your walls and invade your dungeon unless you want them to. Once you have your library up and running, dump every possible creature in to speed up research times. This will give you sooner access to all the spells and all the rooms. Slapping creatures can speed them up, but also takes down their health and puts them in a bad mood, so watch out. The second you unlock and place down a workshop, transfer about 50% of the creatures into it so you have doors and traps at your disposal. These are key to a well-run dungeon. On levels with unlimited gold, chuck some imps in the training room and get them to level 3. That way they will have the speed ability and will get things done faster. Imps are the only unit you can drop on unclaimed ground. If you can see unclaimed land on the map without using the Side of Evil spell, drop an imp and let them explore. That way you can see new places without even having to tunnel there. If you claim an enemy room, be sure to sell it straight away. Not only do you get the cash for something you didn't pay for, but there's a high chance the AI won't build another one of those rooms. So if you took over a library, the enemy keeper will lose all the available spells for good if you sell it. If you manage to find a transfer creature dungeon special, make sure that you use all the resources in your current level to train the creature you're going to take to the next level. This way you already have a skilled creature at the beginning of the next level without spending any resources. I love this game immensely, and if you like being the bad guy too once in a while, then I suggest you get your hands on Dungeon Keeper. I can guarantee you won't regret it. You can even grab it from Good Old Games for less than $5. Hopefully I've given you enough tips to handle your first dungeon. Good luck.
You have conquered this realm.